Hi, I just wanted to hop on here and share some information. I haven't been posting a lot. I'm trying to not be chronically online, but I thought this was worth talking about. So, you may have heard that there is a Lenten boycott of Target, and this boycott was started by a pastor in the South, the Reverend Jamal Bryant, from a church near Atlanta, Georgia, which has a long history of being the center of civil rights activism, not just Atlanta or not just Georgia, but Southern churches, right? Like you saw, Martin Luther King Jr. and John Lewis and people like that come out of these communities. So the boycott is in response to Target's very, very vocal decision to ditch DEI, to maybe turn its back on some of its vendors, after years of a strategy where Target was, really trying to appeal towards communities of color, towards liberals, and as far as we know, being very successful. The leadership of the company decided that they wanted to end some of those programs, and they wanted to be really vocal about it, I guess. They wanted to advertise that fact. Now, if you've ever worked anywhere, you know that your organization or company can do things, whatever it wants operationally behind the scenes. You don't have to make a big announcement, but making a big announcement is really a way of showing political alignment with people who are anti-DEI. So you better hope that they're going to shop there, because let me tell you, according to reports from the New York Times, Target's share price has already decreased 18% since March 5th, which is when the boycott began. The boycott is supposed to continue until April 17th, which is, when Lent ends. But I know myself and a lot of other people are really rethinking about where we spend our money. So just for fun, I went and I looked at what I spent at Target last year and this year. And I want to say some of this is household spending. So like I'm buying things that, benefit myself and my spouse and our cat. But this does not include money that my spouse spent, because we each have our own like Target rewards account, right? So this is just what I spent. This is the money I gave Target in 2024 in exchange for goods, right? So I spent $2,086.69 at Target in 2024. That is a lot of money. That didn't surprise me, because I've often used Target as a place to get groceries, household cleaning supplies, things like a new shower curtain liner, there's a lot of stuff you can get there. There's a wide variety of stuff that you can get there. You can buy books there, sometimes it's really nice to have that one-stop shopping. But I am rethinking that, because I gave them an average of $174 a month. Now, early in 2025, before anything about the boycott came out, I did spend $151.10 at Target. But that is the only money that I've given Target this year so far. So already I've spent less than what my monthly average was. Just in the month of January, I had, one expense that was about $25 less than what I would normally spend at Target in a month. But when you look at it over the 3 months, they've already lost $371 just from me. So if I don't buy anything from Target for the rest of the year, which I'm really thinking about how I could do that, they would lose over $1,900. And that's just me. That's just one person. The other thing I want to point out is that, again, Target has been the Walmart for people of color, for liberals, for queer people, right? Because they've made intentional decisions in the past to sort of appeal to these groups and to try to get that customer base in. Because they're changing their tune, I want to talk to Latinos, American Latinos. So right now, it's estimated that US born Latinos spend about $3 trillion a year. 3 trillion with a T. This is a huge spending block in the United States, and it's not talked about enough, because we spend way outside the actual percentage of population. We are punching above our weight in every economic measure. And if the US Latinos were their own country, it would be the fifth largest GDP country in the world. So think about that. The top 5 GDPs in the world, one of those is just part of the United States. It's just one group in the United States. So if you're a Latino and you buy stuff at Target, I would encourage you to look at what you spend there and look at what you buy there and think, could I get that somewhere else? Could I support a local business? Could I go to Costco for these things? Could I go to, like, I've been shifting towards my local co-op, right? Because I was already shopping there for a couple things. And you know what? If I have to spend, 10 cents more on Ziploc bags, but they're compostable, I should have done that years ago, right? So I think it's worth looking at what you're purchasing there. Is it something you can purchase somewhere else? Is it somewhere you can purchase locally? And do you want to give the $3 trillion that we spend every year to companies that don't have our best interests at heart, that court us when they want our money and then ditch us when they think there's more money to be made in supporting rhetoric that is dangerous, that is violent, that is discriminatory? And I think aside from whatever you think about what DEI is, or whether, Target was trying too hard to be woke, I think it's just worth saying that, Target, during the period that they were making an effort with DEI, they increased the number of vendors of color. They helped a lot of small businesses thrive. And they helped a lot of queer and trans people feel seen and have regular gainful employment, which is a challenge in our community. And if they're going to turn their back on that now, I don't see why I should feel obligated to give them my money. And I don't see why you should either. So, food for thought.